Hi to all. This video is about BMC, which is Business Model Canvas. We have also added a video about how to do business model in just 10 steps. If you'd like to watch the video, we'll try to add that in cards. Please do watch the video. This particular video is also similar to that in creating a BMC. It is about making a brief statement about your business model. In just a single sheet of paper, you could have the business elements. You could have the basic elements of your business and try to present it. If you're going to go to any competitions, majorly, in all the competitions, they would ask you to do this BMC in the initial step, and also for any presentations you wanted to make, you wanted to pitch your idea. This could be a building block. Why would we say this as a building block? Because it contains the key elements or the core elements that is required to make a business. So first, let's get into the BMC and then understand the concept of BMC. So initially, we would like to tell you people that this BMC is about having a 9 building blocks. So these are the elements that is required to do business exactly. So let's get into each and every elements initially. We'll try to understand the elements, and finally we'll give you an example for each and every element, so that gives you a complete understanding about BMC. So the first one is customer segments. So what is a customer segment? Basically, it is segregating your customers so that you could easily position your product and also target who is your customer. For example, let us take a demography here. For instance, if a apparel manufacturing company wanted to target their customers, they could go for a demographic segments, because a particular demography might use apparel and the other demography might not use it. So to target your audience, you must first segment it. That is customer segments. The next one is about value proposition. There are 3 important aspects in doing a business, which is always company, customer, and the products. So the point where these 3 gets united is a place where value proposition is created, and the value proposition is again converted into your USP, which is unique selling proposition of your company. So this is very important in carrying out a new business and also for a business which is running prosperously. Next is about channels of distributions. So from the manufacturer to the customer, how are you going to distribute your channels? It need not be a single channel like earlier, but because today's omni-channel retailing, you are required to have more than one type of channels of distribution. Let us take a simple example of Sun TV network itself. Initially, it was just telecasting their programs only through TVs, but now they have Sun Next. They are into OTTs also. So according to the customer's needs, so how are you going to distribute your channel? And customer relationship, and this is also again one of the most important areas today. Like, how are you going to be connected with your customers? Are you going to just give advertisements? Are you going to have a feedback mechanism or any type of relationship? How are you going to maintain your brand among the customers? Comes in the customer relationship. In the revenue streams, the important thing to be noted is that a revenue need not be generated by only the operations, which means a company need not have money only by doing their own core activities. Let's take an example of a barber shop. If you're getting money out of it, that comes under operating revenue. He could also rent his place to do any other activities through which he could get another revenue that comes under rent revenue. And in case of dividend revenue, it is like a company might get shares on the name of the company itself, and there will be dividends that they might earn. That comes at dividend revenue. These are basic classifications, and it's about the key resources or the key people or the key material or the key methods that the company is involved in. So that comes under this key resources and key activities, the core activities that the company is performing. That comes under the key activities. And the key partners, it need not be the business partners alone. It could be the stakeholders. The important stakeholders in the business will come under key partners. And this is about cost structure. We just saw revenue streams, right? So this cost structures is exactly opposite to it. Where am I going to incur cost? And this is also not same for every company. Any company might differ in any aspects, because a company might have equipments, a company might have raw materials, a company might not have all this, A company might not have a marketing expense. So this is a basic structure, cost structure, but it varies according to your company. And this is how finally a BMC would look like. So you could have a look at it. These are the 9 blocks which we were discussing about. Okay. Now let us take an example of a cab services. We have named it as grab a cab. So this cab services we'll try to apply it to BMC. So now first one, the customer segments. Who are our customers? People who need cabs are our customers. The customer relationship, I'm going to have an app. In that app, once the customer gets out of my cab, I'm going to get feedback from him. And I'm going to send mails and advertisements which my customers could watch. That is my mode of relationship with my customers. And the channels, I'm going to have a mobile app. And also through the websites they can book cabs. So that comes under channels. So where I'm going to incur cost, I'm going to incur cost on salaries, marketing expenses, apps maintenance and all that. So where I'm going to get revenue through the cab services, rentals, all that. So the key activities are my rental service. That is what I'm going to consider here as my key activities. And the key resources are my drivers and the cars that I'm going to have. Okay. And also which I'm going to rent it, whatever it is. And the key partners are my cab owners who are going to come to my services and register in our services, and the payment providers who I'm going to be partnering with, and the call centers who are going to give me the service support. So this is how you got that. Okay. So if you have any doubts on this or any clarifications, please do write to us on the mail ID which is provided in the description box. Thanks for watching. If you like the content really, then like the video. Please subscribe to our channel Tintidin.